Good morning, guys. And to get a bit of that.
Never too late to change your life. The story's not over. The ending is mine. Whatever it takes to see you smile.
Good morning, guys. And today we're doing something a little bit different. What have we got going on here?
Eat.
What?
They're a
Cookies?
trial run. If I do them right, I'll put them on my channel.
What are they meant to be?
Peanut butter chocolate chip cookies.
Holy
Protein ones.
protein.
Yeah.
Protein. What do you reckon, girls? What do you reckon?
Hello there, Dad. Come on. I would like cookies all the time.
What have you been doing?
I have been here waiting for crummies, but I have not seen any.
So we've got this new thing with the dogs now. We're giving them healthy treats. So we've got carrots as apparently a good one. Anybody else got a dog?
Eat your beds.
Carrots?
Eat your beds.
Where'd you take it? Well, Bailey. She's a 3-chomp swallow. No enjoyment whatsoever. Just a challenge. Look away. I should be here enjoying it. Look at it. So she takes it away from Bailey. Then Bailey will come in and look miffed that she's eaten all hers already. Yeah, speak of the devil. Still going? You good? That's not yours, Bailey. That's not yours.
But I want it. Oh, I wish I hadn't eaten mine so fast. How has she more than me?
Bailey, she doesn't have more than you.
You're a liar.
They look good. So I'm assuming, I'm just saying, obviously you're going to need a taste test of some kind.
Let them cool though first, they're very hot still.
They feel alright now?
Yeah, you can have that one.
I want that one.
That's my one.
I want that one. Have that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so taste test 1. Peanut butter protein chocolate chip cookie.
This is my first attempt at protein cookies, so we'll have to see what it needs and...
Oh. Okay, we'll let them harden up as well after, but these are super soft. Well, they're nice, but they ain't cookie consistency. Yeah,
no.
They're too warm. It's more like a muffin, but that's super good. Pancake muffin.
A work in progress, Lex.
It's good. I could so eat all of them. Okay, so let's jump into this. Here's what ideally you're gonna need. Some decent trainers. Boxing boots, I've gone with the Lonsdale, I think they're called Hurricanes. They're cheap, they're cheerful, they're 20-25 quid. And you just want something that is gonna allow you to move around without giving you cramps in the soles of your feet. You'll learn if you pick the wrong trainers, you'll know. But ideally a boxing boot should have some decent support for the ankle, a semi-comfortable but flat-ish sole and a lot of flexion throughout the entire body of the boot, because you're going to be ideally moving around a lot. You're going to be on your toes and you're going to need to be switching up angles, especially as you progress. Your movement is going to be one of the main things that tires you out, so it's going to be one of the main things that you want to concentrate on. Number 2, hand wraps. These are vital. Messing up your knuckles and your hands doing the bag work can really stifle you being able to progress, and what it's going to do is make you pull punches. That's what we don't want, because it's going to make you throw a punch in the wrong manner. If you're pulling a punch and you're tentative and you're not following through, that's when you can get hurt. Now, I got these from online. They're relatively cheap, around about £7, and what these have is a nice gel padding over the knuckles, single finger holes all the way through, so it's not going to rub, it's going to stay in position. And having the gel across the knuckles, it's a very thin pad, but it's going to be very useful. Even through boxing gloves, if you're doing enough bag work, you will start to rub the skin and get glove burn underneath there, even if you wrap up. And it can be super annoying, especially if you're training in hot climates, because it just won't heal, especially if it's constantly getting damp. These are also good because they have a wrist wrap which goes around, which is going to be really good for supporting and stopping you snapping those wrists back and forth if you're not used to hitting the bag. And when you are used to hitting the bag, it's going to allow you to hit a little harder. 3, some good old gloves. Now, you don't have to go crazy with this. You don't have to spend an enormous amount of money. I'm using the Muay Thai Twins gloves, and I've had these bad boys for about 6 years. They were probably about £40 when I bought them, which is what, $60 or something? Think about that, $10 a year, that isn't bad going. But you can very easily pick up some adequate Lonsdale or Title or, what's the other one? But you can pick up some relatively inexpensive, well-made gloves that are going to be absolutely fine for bag work. So you're probably looking around about £15, around about $20–25, around about 18 to 20 euros. It's absolutely fine. Make sure that you probably go for a bag glove if you want lightweight, or a 10-ounce glove if you want to get a little bit of padding. These are 14-ounce gloves. The heavier the glove you get, the more padding you get, but also the harder it's going to be later in the rounds because they're going to be adding weight to your hands. Other than that, that's all you need to know on the equipment side. So, we've covered equipment. Now, let's take a look at the basics of the technique that we want to be going through. So since I used to do this, I've put on a decent amount of muscle mass. So I'm a lot heavier than when I was used to training like this. So what you're probably going to see is a little bit of cumbersome movement from me until I get back into the motion of doing this. And you're going to probably see me throw what I'm going to tell you not to do now. What a lot of people are going to do is going to be shoulder throwers. So the main thing here is to understand that when you are boxing, you're leading leg forward. So if you're right-handed, most people will lead with the left leg and the left arm. But not always the case, probably 99% of the case. But sometimes you get someone who's right-handed who will want to naturally lead with their right hand. But see what feels better to you. For myself, I'm right-handed and I lead with my left hand. That means left leg forward, right leg back. I'm going to slightly angle myself with my left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. This is my jabbing hand, this is my power straight hand, okay? Make sense? This is your power shot because it comes from further back. This is going to be your jabbing hand, which is going to be snappy, short and sharp for those nice little bang bang, whereas this is your big booming shot coming from right back there. The thing to notice when you're punching is, what we're not doing is punching like this from the shoulders. What we want to do is roll the hips through. Effectively, if any of you play golf, you'll know that with golf, it comes through. It's all in the hips. And it's the same here. So what we're looking to do is, rather than stand and just throw an arm, what we want to do, that's just an arm shot. What we want to do is roll the hips through. So when you're warming up, just throw short punches and learn to roll the hips. So you throw the right hip rolls, left roll, boom, like this. And that works for straights, hooks, and uppercuts. Roll, roll. And you'll see the reason for this is when I throw a left shot and roll through, my body is now wound up, ready to throw that right back. And the same again here. Once that right goes through, my body's wound up this way to come back through the left. So what it's going to do is naturally just make you able to pop one shot after another, nice and fluid. So when you're throwing punches, everything always starts from a guarded position, and that means hands up by the chin. When you throw the shot, it comes back to the chin. That is the main thing you need to be concentrating on. What a lot of people are going to want to do is throw a shot and then they're going to roll it back to their waist. Throw the second shot, roll it back to the waist and be down here. So we don't want that. We want it coming back. Imagine that you're wearing those old school mittens that have a piece of string attached to them. When one goes out, it pulls the other one in. And as this one comes back, as this one's about to go to the right, it pulls the left back. Yeah? Make sense? That's what I want to concentrate on. So your tendency is going to be wanting to do this. Bang, and bring it here. And we want it to go boom, back to guard. So that's what I'm saying. Slow things down. Work on the technique. Don't worry too much at this stage about speed and power. What we want is to focus on the technique first, and then you'll build up the speed and the power as you go. Don't try and go in and just because all you're going to end up doing is throwing from your shoulders and forgetting. So even when we're doing the speed rounds, which you're going to see, what you want to be doing is really thinking about moving with the hips. So try and keep the distance relatively close to the bag to start with, and then as you progress through this, then you can start learning your distance. But for now, what we're looking for is hip roll and nice fluid movements and putting the combinations together. Talking of combinations, we're going to look at 3 for this video. Combination 1. Jab, jab, so boom, boom, and then right cross. So jab, back to the chin, jab, back to the chin, right cross. So boom, boom, boom. Easy. Combination 1. Combination 2. From guarded position, left hook, back to the chin, straight right, back to the chin, left hook, straight right. So pop, 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 pop. Yep, this is a really, really nice and really natural combination. Combination 3. Gonna get a little bit more complicated here and drop in a level change. So with boxing, when we want to shoot to the body, when we want to hit to the body, what we want to do is drop the knees, drop the body level. What we don't want to do is bend over. So drop the body level, and you're gonna think about, imagine you're hitting to the stomach. We're gonna do 2 body shots, and then come up and finish with 2 head shots. So into that squat position, stomach shot, liver shot, then we're gonna come up. As we come up, the hand comes back, left hook, straight right. One more time. So we're gonna come in, step in, pop, 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 bang. Really slow that one down. Really stay down there and just learn bang, then bang. Then come up, left hook, straight right. Over time, you're gonna speed it up to pop, 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 pop. And that's all we're gonna do for this session. So let's go and hit the gym. Woo! Here we go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to video rounds 1, 2 and 3. I'm going to show you variations for each round. We're going to do a speed round, we're going to do a heavy round and a normal round. I'm going to start with the speed round. Why? Because what I want to do is really warm up the shoulders and the joints and everything. By the second and third, I'll be warmed up and nice and ready to go and do whatever I feel like doing. Important thing on wrapping these is to make sure that you're wrapping around the part of the wrist joint that's going to flex and take a snap if you hit it with a little bit of a rabbit punch. So what I'm doing here is wrapping nice and high up at the top, making that part of the joint really nice and secure, and keeping it nice and tight, but not so tight that I'm cutting the blood off. We're going to do first round light, second round normal, third round heavy, and then all you're going to do is recycle those back round up to 8 rounds. 5 to 8 rounds is going to be your first kind of goal range to go in. We're going to do 1 minute rounds and we're going to do 30 seconds rest. Now, this is not going to be perfect boxing. It's not going to be perfect technique, but that's the point, isn't it? To get better at something, to start and get better and progress. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to do it together. So nice and warm, heart rate elevated, breathing elevated. Now time to glove up, first round. Now I'm using 14-ounce gloves, which is probably going to suck. Back gloves weigh like 6 to 8, so these are going to feel real heavy, real fast. My advice would be, if you're starting out, get some 10-pound gloves if you want some of that padding protection. Otherwise, go with the bag gloves to start with. Get both, you're going to use them both anyway. First round. First round's going to be speed. Second round's going to be normal. Third round's going to be heavy. Using the combinations that I went through, plus a couple of single shots and heavy shots. But remember the combinations 1, 2 and 3, that's all you need to cycle through. At this point, that's all you need. We're going to progress further later on in the videos. Getting heavy. So here we go. Round 3. Heavy ass shots. Put the combinations together, but also single heavy shots, double heavy shots. Just think about technique, nice and slow, don't rush them. We're thinking about work here. Work and power, work and power. Faster, come on. One more. One more. Jeez. I'm going to go through to round 8. Same thing. Recycle it round. I'll end on a normal round. Here we go. Round 7 and 8. Whoa. I'm going to admit now, I took a couple of 45-second rests there, but then I also went over 15 seconds on some of the rounds because I felt good. So a little bit organic. We're just looking for that overall work ethic. The last 2 rounds, I'm just going to leave this bitch recording. And remember, we've got a speed round and then a normal round to finish. I want to improve on that double up jab because it got a bit lazy, like almost turned into a single. And I want to try and get a bit more head movement in now. I think I'm rushing a little bit, but this is the point. Improve and progress. Finish now. Finish. Push. So I hope this has helped a lot of you and maybe broken that boundary of feeling a bit, I don't know, awkward on getting onto a bag in the gym. Just remember, it does not matter what anybody else thinks when they're looking at you. All that matters is the work you're putting in and the effort that you're putting in for the rewards that you will get. Other people's opinions do not matter. Other people, what they're doing in the gym does not matter to you. What matters is what you're doing, how consistently you're doing it, and the effort you're putting in whilst doing that.